Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So it's here guys, it's finally here, the end of one of the greatest series out there, at least in my opinion. This is the second and final Dark Souls 3 DLC, the Ringed City. So before we start the review, if you don't want any of the areas spoiled, if you don't want to see anything, then you should just try and hear the audio for the review, and that way you don't see any of the areas or anything like that. I'm obviously not going to show any bosses, but just in case you want to see the areas for yourself, I recommend just hearing the audio. And if you don't want to know like number of areas or number of bosses, then you should probably turn back now, though obviously I won't spoil anything important. So yeah, let's go on with it. So like I said, this DLC marks the end of the Souls series, or at least for now. But to be honest, after finishing it, and it was a bit of an unexpected ending, but it does seem like it is the end of the Souls series. Though we all know that From Software don't really make the lore all that clear in the game, but I'm sure we'll have tons and tons of interesting theories out there, and it'll be very interesting to hear some of them. But just trust me, it is epic. I'm not really going to talk about the gameplay much, since I'm sure we've all played Dark Souls if you're watching this video, and yeah, nothing's changed in that perspective. 90% of the enemies in the DLC are never seen before enemies, so you know, they are completely new, and they're all well designed with their own unique features and special surprises. There are 4 bosses, 3 main bosses and 1 optional secret boss. 2 of which were relatively easy. This is coming from somebody that played through the DLC on level 100. 2 of them were relatively easy, and 1 was kind of hard, and then the final main boss did take me a fair share of tries. But it was a very intense battle, and it may just be one of the most intense battles I've actually had in the Souls series. I also did really enjoy the optional boss, which is kind of pretty well hidden. So yeah, moving on. As for length, which I know a lot of people are going to be worrying about after the last DLC, this time around I would say it is a bit longer, and like I said before, we do have an extra boss this time. But you know, I'd say it's around about 4 to 5 hours to do and see everything if you don't have too much trouble on the bosses. As for the environment, it may just be some of the best in the series. To be honest, it made me go wow way more than once, and it even seemed like the graphics kind of looked a bit nicer than on the vanilla game, though that could just be me. But yeah, there are some very nice environments and scenes, and it does look spectacular. This DLC is also filled with little and not so little things from all the other games in the series that really do kind of make you smile once and then, even though some of them are very little and you probably won't even notice them the first time round. It is also worth mentioning that the DLC does add 1 new covenant to the game, and a ton of weapons, armor, spells. They really have gone out of their way. The weapons are very unique and exciting to use, and yeah, I gotta congratulate them on that. But yeah guys, really not much more to say from me. You all know this game has a very special place in my heart, and it's sad to see it end, though I can obviously understand why it has to end. To be honest, I was a bit worried about the last DLC, but in all fairness, it didn't let me down, and I can say very confidently that from my point of view, this series has ended just as good as it started. So well, yeah, a big warm thanks to Miyazaki from me for making my favorite series up to date, and I'm sure your next IP will be just as great or even better. And well, yeah, another thanks to Bandai Namco for the review copy. So yeah guys, the Ringed City DLC for Dark Souls 3 will be available tomorrow, 28th of March for PC, Xbox One and PS4. And yeah guys, thanks for watching it. If this review was helpful, please go like and subscribe. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, and we'll see you next video guys.